Thank you for joining us, Rhyne. We are going to, at your request, get right into questions, and we'll start with Lauren.
Hi, Ryan. I'm just curious about how you've been able to soak everything up regarding winning Rookie of the Year.
It was, I don't know, it was just great. And then, I had a video that some of my teammates were in and just some of my, close relationships, so they congratulated me. It was just great, but I have had a lot of time to myself lately, just thinking about it and just thinking about the season and how it went and what I can improve on. But I'm super blessed to have won that award, and I'm looking forward to more to come.
As far as those reflections on what you're looking to improve, what's at the top of your list, and what are your hopes for the team next season?
I would probably say getting to the basket more and like finishing through contact, because I did start doing that at the end, and it started opening things up for us as a whole. And so just continuing to do that and converting when I get in there, I feel like that would be number one.
Thank you.
All right, Gabriella.
Hi, Ryan. I know that obviously you've played with USA basketball in the past, but this, being the big leagues with it. Can you talk a little bit about what from this past year have you learned with the dream that you've brought into this specific training camp?
Sprint the floor, and be really defensive minded. With Atlanta and Coach Wright, she was all about defense and pace of our game. And so just bringing that here and trying to stand out and be the one that's doing the dirty work, getting the deflections is exactly the same stuff that they're looking for here. So just converting it from a different team.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously, this camp will slim down. Can you talk a little bit about your motivation to make that final roster?
Everybody wants to, wear USA across their chest and represent their country. But at the end of the day, I'm really just here just for the experience and just to have a good time and just to take something and learn it. Because, I might get cut, I might not, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to be in the pool, and, they're still going to think about me maybe for the next series of games, and I'll come back and maybe use what I learned this time, done that time. And so motivation is really just, trying to be the best that USA needs and keep the standards that we have.
Thank you.
Emily?
Hey, Ryan. We just had Aaliyah in here talking a little bit about how she's been able to get some advice from some of you guys who have been in the W now for a year. What has it been like working with her as the only college player there after playing against her for a lot of your college career?
It's great because we've been friends for a while now since we play against each other all the time. And we played with each other at previous USA, but it's just great to have her because I feel like we're on the same page. I look at her and she's like, yeah, I'm tired too. And it's just great. And just for her to be here and like be the only college player is big because she's getting to learn a lot. And, she'll be in the league soon, of course. And so just for her to have this and have this early experience of how we like to play in the league, it'd be good for her.
Yeah. What has the advice been from, your group of rookies down to her of, what to expect next season?
I think most of us have just talked about training camp and like what we do there, because I'd probably say that's definitely the hardest part of the whole year. But we're just telling her like, it's going to be a lot of running. So it's going to be similar to this, except 2-a-days for most of the time.
All right, Cameron.
Hey there, Ryan. Thanks for the time. I actually wanted to ask you another question about your time in college. They just recently announced some upgrades to Memorial Coliseum here in Lexington. And one of those things is the addition of air conditioning. So I was just curious, when you started playing here, was this something that like you had to adjust to, being in a gym without AC? Did you think it gave you guys an advantage over opponents? Just what are your memories of that time?
My freshman year, like my first workout, I feel like I almost passed out. It was so hot and I couldn't breathe. But I love that they're getting renovations, but I wish it was sooner, obviously. But definitely, I will definitely be going in there just to see what it feels like.
And just the addition of something like that to a program that obviously, you helped build up here, just what do you think about just continued improvements and, the ways that they're trying to continue Kentucky women's basketball and improve on things here as well?
I feel like it's just going to add to our culture. Obviously, Kentucky, we like to work hard. We like to get it done. kind of similar to Atlanta, like really defense and running. And just with a new stadium, it'll like maybe people want to come more because it's more appealing. But yeah, I feel like it'll be good, especially for the girls that we have coming in, and just for Kentucky as a whole. It'll be great for us, well, the basketball team and volleyball and other sports that play in there.
Thank you so much.
Scott, go ahead. Grant, go ahead.
Hi, Ryan. Since you've, I have another question about college, but since you've been in the WNBA now and you won Rookie of the Year, has Kyra Elzy reached out to you? What did she have to say? And just overall, how did your experience at Kentucky kind of help you get ready for this big year?
Yeah, she definitely checks in pretty often. When you're at Kentucky, it's always a family. It's not just the 4 years that you're there. We like to say 4 for 40. So the 4 years you put in is for the rest of your life. You're gonna have those connections. But she's definitely helped me along the way and just get ready because of how fast-paced she wanted us to play there and how much running we had to do just to be in the best shape that we needed to be in. And so I feel like with the W, it's a less amount of time, so you definitely have to be in shape. And so coming in and having that like in the back of my mind, it was like, okay, like I got to be able to run and defend. I feel like that definitely set the tone.
Thank you.
Nathan.
Good afternoon, Ryan. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. I wanted to get your thoughts on a couple things. Kia Vaughn was your vet, and she announced her retirement. I just wanted to get your thoughts on what did she mean to you, especially coming into this as a rookie. What did she mean to you as a vet?
Man, she meant everything. If she could have been like everybody's vet, like I would wish that on them. Like she was just great. We all looked up to her. She called me and Nas like we were the only. She called us her grown babies, and we called her, Grandma Key. Like every time we would travel, she would look out for us. She would make sure we was like good on food and stuff like that. And just, she was that voice in the locker room, just keeping everybody up. She was that voice in the court, just constantly talking and just setting the example. And so we knew that we could trust her and look up to her, and like she will always be there whenever we need her. And she was just super nice. She never really had any bad days. And so we actually tried to find her a position to, keep her for another couple of years, but she said she was tired. She couldn't go no more.
I've asked several of the ladies this, and I'm going to ask you. You having Team USA experience yourself, growing up, was there anybody through the previous team women's USA teams that you looked up to and gravitated to? That's I want to charter my game after. Who was that player for you?
I'd probably say Candace is in there, Tamika's in there, and Maya's probably in there. And then like as I started to grow, Angel, like I played for Coach Walls and he would talk about Angel all the time and like how good of a defender she was and that I could be similar because I'm just as long. But just really, you can look at any USA B team and find somebody on there, if not the whole team.
Appreciate you, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go back to Gabriella and then Gabe.
I know you've played for USAB, but can you just talk about what does it mean to play and represent your country and have those USA words on your chest?
It's huge. Like, as you know, there's only 12 people that can make a team. And so you have to put in the work. You have to work so hard to get on here. It's not about you when you get to USA, it's about USA. And so wearing that across your chest and, being on that team to come out and play against other countries is like really huge. And it's something that everybody wants to do. But when you're here, it's all about gold standards. There's a tradition that is within USA. And when you think about it, like, you're like, oh yeah, they're going to be good and they're going to have a good team. And so you always want to come in and contribute to that.
Mm-hmm. And, in the spirit of USAB greats, Sue Bird's career ending just a couple days ago, can you talk a little bit about that, not only on the W side, but also on the USA basketball side, what she meant to this?
Man, she really did a lot. Like, I applaud her and I'm sad that it came to an end, but she definitely set a couple standards with USAB. She's her and DT, they have the highest amount of gold medals. So just for her to have paved that way and set a good example like she did is something that I could look forward to and, try to mirror my image after that.
Thank you.
Gabe? We don't get to everybody, I apologize. We'll go until Katie Lou gets here. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks Ryan for the time. I got two questions. So the first one was Aerial Powers mentioned that you guys have been playing video games together. I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that relationship and how you're also forming relationships with some of the other vets that are there that you may not have had relationships with before.
Yeah, so the first day, like when everybody got here, we went out to eat and then like we was just talking and stuff, and just like bonding, getting to know each other. And then we found out that we both play games. And so ever since then, we've both been pretty close. Like it was just real quick, like we became friends. And she was teaching me how to play Call of Duty. And I was actually really bad at it. So I downloaded Fortnite on her Xbox. And so, but my confidence back up, like I know I'm good at Fortnite. And so I taught her how to play that, and then I played a little bit. And so 2K just dropped today too, so we're probably gonna be playing that. But yeah, it's a great connection with us, and I've been in a lot of her videos because she likes to blog as well. But I can tell we're gonna be friends for a long time.
That's awesome to hear. And then another group of people that you're going to be associated with for a long time, Shakira and the list are there. You already talked about Leah. I just want to know, how you look around to them and you see this journey you guys have been on. What are your thoughts about your relationship with those two?
With those two, we know it's all good vibes, and we know that sooner or later we're going to be the face of the league, and we're all proud of each other and looking forward to everyone's careers. And so like I know that with the decision, like it was tough. I know that this rookie class was tough, and everybody collectively, like we were really good. And so just to know that I have them here and be able to play against them and play with them for this amount of time, which is it just adds to that competition level that we all have.
All right, thanks so much, Ryan, and congrats on Rookie of the Year.
Thank you so much.
Scott, are you able to ask your question?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep, gotcha.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, what's it been like to have Angel Nakatri in training camp this year?
It was great. We also, when me and Ariel went out to eat, like I mentioned earlier, it was us and her. And so she was like, y'all can come, like we'll go out to eat. And she just been looking out for us from day one. And she's that voice that we need to hear in practice. And she yells at us or like tells us we need to wake up, and she yells at the guys, tell them they need to wake up. But it's just good because she's setting a good example, especially for us young bucks. But it's just great to have her.
All right, Christos, take us home.
Hello, Ryan. Hope you're doing well, first of all. After such a productive season for you, Rookie of the Year, leading role in your team in the WNBA, how all those things help you to raise the level of confidence for you on the floor?
The confidence really came from my teammates because they were like, yeah, we're gonna need you to score, and we don't care like how many shots you take, but it's always gonna be, we're gonna have a chance as long as you're looking to take them and looking to, be a provider for this team and be a playmaker for this team. And so with them believing in me and like, just staying in my ear, like, okay, we need you to take that shot. Like, that's a good shot for you. As you may know, like I like to pass, like I'm very pass first guard. And so they're like, take it. Like, we don't care. Like, we'll get back. Like, you take it. If they don't fall, keep taking it. Like, we don't care. And so just to hear that, I was like, okay, like, I know I can hit those shots. I know I could, make something happen for us as a whole. It was just good to have that and just have the team that we had. Like, everybody got along. Everybody wanted the same end goal. It was very good. I loved it.
Awesome. All right, thank you for spending the time. We'll go ahead and cut here.